still warm. He's here, all right.
But there is no mark on the jaw, the cricket man mark. If he's here, it's not here.
Of course. So this is where they've been sending these.
Baby wolf. The big bad wolf. You used to be something. They used to fear you. They'd hide anywhere their small shivering bodies were fit.
Silver blades.
Silver.
The big bad wolf. It's about time you showed up.
I had to take care of some things first.
Little errand boy. That's nice.
Ah, Bigby. I see you made it here in one piece. I do apologize, but I have some business to attend to. I leave you in the capable hands of my associate. Come find me when you've finished here.
Don't worry. This won't take long.
Get out of my way now. Don't make this worse.
Aw, he doesn't want to play.
I'm sure we will persuade him.
Cut this shit out!
Didn't your mother ever teach you manners?
What would you do?
Or was she too busy fucking whatever breeze drifted through town? Oh, come on! Is that the best you can do?
Where did she go? Where did she go? Where's the squad? What the hell? If even if I hit, it won't make any sense. What? How many are there? Silver bullet.
Hello, Bigby. You look tired.
Give me one good reason not to rip you apart right now.
This gun holds 6 rounds of... I won't miss next time. Before you do anything with me, I thought I should point out a few things. Snow White wants you to bring me back to the woodlands, doesn't she? And that's what I want.
there's a different story.
I'm not quite finished. You will bring me back alive. Look, all I ask for is the chance to speak for myself in front of the community. And I'm sure Miss White would agree that I should be given a fair trial. Can we at least agree on that? I will have a trial. Are we clear?
You need to tell me right now. We're not going anywhere until I get some answers from you.
If you want answers, you're going to have to cooperate with me.
When is it still here?
There's no reason for us to be at each other's throats here.
That's funny, coming from a guy pointing a gun at my head.
This is just a precaution. I'm sure you understand. I'm no murderer, Mr. Wolf. I didn't kill those women. And I think you know that. All I'm asking for is a chance to explain my side of the story.
If you're not a killer, then what are you?
I'm a businessman, not a killer.
There's still a lot you have to answer for.
And I will, as long as you agree to my terms. Because I'm not saying another word until I'm brought before the community. I don't need to belabor the point, but just so we're clear, if you change your mind and decide to do something stupid, you won't get your answers, but you will have a difficult time explaining yourself to Miss White and the rest of this miserable town. You're often reckless, and I worry you're not thinking of the... Let me ask you an honest question. What do you really care about here, where this case is concerned? Do you really want the truth, or do you just want to look like a hero? Because those are two very different things.
This is about justice. I'm the sheriff. I have to do what's right. 2 people were murdered.
And you know who did it. Georgie. He's dead, isn't he? My point being, the killer has been dealt with. You've won.
You really think I'm that stupid?
I understand you have an obligation to bring me in, but you can brighten up a little. It's over. So, shall we get going? I'd rather not dawdle. You know, I'm actually looking forward to seeing Miss White again. My previous interactions with her have gone rather well.
All right, let's go. Hand over the gun.
I think I'd rather hold on to it, if you don't mind. What do you say? Fine. Hey! I'm sure he's not confused. Such a reliable pup. I understand why she'd want to keep you around.
You're under arrest. You'll be given a trial in front of your peers. And your punishment will follow.
My last cigarette.
I know. But we have to do something. Are you fucking kidding me?
When is this thing happening?
Are we sure he's coming?
Yes, you'll have an opportunity to. He's back.
The crooked man.
God.
Motherfucker.
Are you okay? It's been hours. We were worried you'd run into some trouble. At the Crooked Man's place.
It's nothing. I'm fine.
I guess you've been worse. You did well, Sheriff. I'm surprised. Not that you did well, but that, you know. I'm just glad you made it back in one piece.
It's about time you showed up. Now throw this asshole down the fucking well.
Yes! What are you waiting for?
You killed Lily.
She was my sister.
Could
What do
you?
you have to say for
Where the
yourself?
fuck do you get off?
Poor
You
girls.
think you have the right to
What
just
about
do this
me?
to
What
people?
could they have
You're a
done
fucking
to deserve
crook.
This. You should be ashamed.
Shithole.
Everyone, can I have your attention? Thank you all for coming here on such short notice. I know normally we'd schedule a formal hearing, but considering the circumstances, I thought it best if we do this as soon as possible. The Crooked Man is charged with the murder of
As I
Faith
already informed you, Sheriff, it was Mr. Georgie Bulge who killed those women, not me.
What? It was Georgie? Georgie.
I don't mean to interrupt you, Miss White, but I thought it would be unwise to proceed with such faulty information.
Bigby, is that true?
Georgie may have killed him, but you made the call.
Do I have to explain the situation to you again?
Wait a minute. So you're saying Georgie's the motherfucker who killed my sister? Well, where is he?
Yeah, you're gonna bring that shithead in too, aren't you?
Yes, Sheriff. Where is that rotten scoundrel now?
Is he still out there?
I sincerely hope not. Well, where is he?
Sheriff?
Don't worry about it. It's done.
Justice has already been dispatched. Bigby executed him.
He's... what?
Dead. So you see, the culprit has been punished. There's no
That doesn't
need-
change anything. We'll deal with it later, but right now you're the one I'm concerned with.
You called the shots. Georgie made that perfectly clear.
In which case, you still have a lot to answer for.
I
And
was
I
told
don't.
I would be allowed to speak.
We have to read the rest of the
What
charges.
other charges?
If you'd wait a moment.
I'm well aware of my rights, Miss White. Unless you plan to abandon the charter entirely.
Let her finish. Then you can have your say.
Got it?
If you insist.
You are charged with the murder of Faith and Lily, which Georgie carried out on your order, inciting violence against various members of the Fabletown community, including the attempted murder of Sheriff Bigby Wolf,
Twice.
A misunderstanding.
aiding and providing monetary support for the forced prostitution at the Pudding and Pie. Additionally, you are charged with multiple counts of fraud, extortion, racketeering, and the illegal possession and sale of magical artifacts.
And kidnapping Crane at gunpoint.
He went willingly.
Yes, thank you. Now, is there anything you would like to say?
First of all, I have nothing to do with Faith and Lily. So you can strike that one from your little record book.
Bullshit! Like hell you didn't.
Stop the charade. We know you're
Come on,
involved.
it's obvious.
And there's all the other crap he's done.
Everyone just shut up for a minute. You wanted a chance to talk? Well, go ahead.
What?
We all know he's guilty. What the fuck does he need to speak for?
The Crooked Man has committed crimes against this government and, most importantly, its citizens. These charges, if proven, are enough to justify death, upon which your body will be committed to the witching
Where
room.
it fucking belongs.
That's
So
right.
let's get on
But
with
we
it
promised
then.
you a chance to defend yourself, and I won't rob you of that right.
What the
You
fuck?
really want
This
to
is
let him
about
talk?
justice. If we're ever going to pull ourselves together and make something of this town, we have to start doing things correctly. No more snap judgments, no more secrets. We are going to treat everyone fairly, even when they don't deserve it.
This is ridiculous.
Hey, Alley Cat. Let's go. Hi, Jim Alley Cat. How are you?
You have the floor.
Thank you, Miss White. You've all met Georgie. I don't have to tell you what kind of person he was. He was a
Let's go.
total
She's here
scoundrel,
checking.
lacking in any sort of moral fiber.
I'm doing alright.
I
I'm
had him
doing
as a favor to
fine.
his family, you see. A promise kept to a dying mother.
Are you
How's
gonna
your
get
day
to your
going?
point or what?
Georgie was working for me, yes. But he was not acting on my behalf when he killed those women. It was his business. And for whatever reason, I'm sure only he could understand, he murdered two of his most faithful employees. I had nothing to do with it.
Tell
This
the
is such
fucking
bullshit.
truth for
He's
once.
always been a bit of a powder keg. It was only a matter of time before something like this happened.
Give me a break. You're so full of shit.
Well, I thought we could discuss this like civilized people, but apparently
For
that
fuck's
isn't going
sake.
to happen.
Any of you actually believe this bullshit?
Holly, please.
Tell me, Bigby, when you finally showed up at my door last night, wasn't I more than helpful? I answered your questions. I was willing to cooperate.
What's he talking about?
Yeah, and your goons attacked me. Did you forget that part?
They get a bit carried away sometimes, it's true. Loyal to the end. They do it because they want to protect me, as I've protected them. You understand wanting to protect what you care about, don't you? You'd do anything. You might even give up an innocent man, just to save someone.
What's he talking about? Yeah, right. They don't do it because they want to protect you. You intimidate people. Use scare tactics. They're afraid if they don't follow orders, they'll end up dead.
Let me explain this to you. My employees are just that, hired help. I see some of them are here among you. They are not my slaves. They are all free to make their own decisions, as Georgie was.
What what about Lily? She wasn't free. She wasn't given a choice. Do you really think she wanted that any of those girls wanted their lives like that?
I'm sorry, Holly. I'm sorry that your sister asked me for help, and I'm sorry that I decided against my better judgment to give her a distasteful job.
Right, and you kept them in debt so they couldn't leave.
Yeah, that's what you did to us. How you kept us all
You
in
forget
line.
it was not me who put you in that position. You all act like I'm some kind of tyrant. When your government abandoned you, left you poor and helpless, sniveling on street corners, I was there to look out for you.
Yes, but
Wasn't I?
You're the fucking problem here, not us.
Really? What about Auntie Greenleaf? Her story is not uncommon. She left everything she had back in the homelands. Everything that mattered, anyway. With nowhere else to turn, she came to me for help. And what did I do for you?
You got my tree back.
I got her tree back, and in turn we used her magic to help poor Faples get glamours. Because I helped her, she was able to make a living, provide for herself. And what did they do?
She wanted my tree destroyed, but Bigby refused.
What?
you were gonna burn her tree? Snow, why would you want that?
Is that true?
Snow?
Don't blame Snow. She had her reasons. Greenleaf was using her magic to help Crane and the Crooked Man. That's why Snow wanted your tree burned.
That's not why.
It wasn't her fault.
You can lie to yourself, but you can't lie to me. You hated Crane, and you hated him for wanting to fuck you, and you being too soft to notice what he'd do to get it. It had nothing to do with the Crooked Man.
We've made some mistakes. I've made some mistakes. But believe me, I truly want what's best for this town. And that may not always be clear right away, but I want you all to know that I care deeply about all of you. And so does the sheriff.
Yeah, right.
I can't promise you perfection. No one can. But I can promise to always have your best interests at heart.
Like you did with her?
Maybe you haven't noticed, but we've been doing all this to protect you. We're trying to stop people like him.
The Crooked Man's been exploiting you, exploiting your hope for a better life. You would go to him for help, and he would take that weakness and add it to his strength. And if things didn't fall exactly his way, someone would die.
Do you really think the Crooked Man cared about you? He just cared about your money. He cares about your obedience.
You're right.
You're all still afraid of him, even now. But you needn't be. His contamination of this town is over, and those girls will have their justice.
Very good, very good. The sentiment is surely appreciated, Miss White. But it doesn't disguise the fact that these accusations are completely unfounded. The sheriff simply doesn't have a particle of evidence linking me to the...
Georgie was working for you. Bigby got a
A
confession that...
confession that nobody heard. Now, I'm no barrister, but I think such a statement would carry more weight if Bigby weren't the only one to whom Georgie spoke, especially given Bigby's history.
What are you talking about?
Snow?
You won't be able to talk your way out of this, Crooked Man.
What do you mean there's no evidence?
Maybe he's... I mean, this doesn't feel right, how we're doing this. It just
Of
isn't.
course it's right. This man tormented all of you for profit. Georgie killed them. Make sure I understand. You're trying to say that I'm responsible for what Georgie did because he was working for me at the time, yes?
Yes. Of course. Yes, you're responsible.
Well, by that logic, Miss White should be on trial for Tweedledum's murder, since you know Bigby works for her.
That's...
He killed a man,
That don't make him a murderer.
doesn't it?
For fuck's sake. Killing someone who's trying to kill you is
I was
hardly...
there to retrieve Crane. You didn't need to escalate things.
Me? It was them. And who sent those two freaks anyway?
Bigby and I have already discussed his behavior that night. We're handling it
Where
internally.
have I heard that before? How about the way he treated poor Tweedledee when he was in your custody? He was beaten to mashed apples while under your watch.
Under my watch.
Maybe he's right. Did you think we'd all just let that go?
You can't be serious.
That was different. What? You think you shouldn't be held accountable?
That was Bluebeard, not me.
He was a murder suspect.
Besides, Crane was still deputy mayor when that happened. Right before you decided to kidnap him.
It was for his own protection. Oh, you're right, dear. Crane was in charge. Sometimes it's hard to tell the difference.
That's enough.
So, you won't answer for your employees' behavior, but I must perish for
This
mine.
is completely different.
I
We
did
all...
not order those two girls dead. It simply never happened. Georgie killed Faith and Lily. End of story. They want to scapegoat me for their own tangled ends, but they refuse to answer for their own crimes.
Oh, please. This isn't the point.
We'll deal with them after we deal with you.
Listen, I
The
know...
laws apply when we need them.
Bluebeard, please.
What's that supposed to mean?
That's
I
not
mean, a certain
true.
level of privilege should be afforded to three.
To who?
This is how it's always been.
Yes. See, this is exactly to what I'm speaking. We lashed our ropes to this diseased world, and ever since, which one of us has been there for you? Who filled your lives with the promise of more? Who was there while they idly played in their towers, judging you, treating you as mindless children, too stupid to command your own destiny? Without me, who will pay your rent when you're on the verge of eviction? Who will dare challenge their brutality when it leaks to our dear citizens? Who will protect you from the big bad wolf? Who will be the...
Bigby! Miss White!
Excuse me,
I-
dear.
I wanted to make sure I had the chance to say something.
Why don't you take a moment to catch your breath?
What's she doing here?
I'd like to... I need to say something.
We're kind of in the middle of something.
Bluebeard.
What?
Of course. Go right ahead.
You probably don't remember me. I don't know why I was afraid to come
My
here.
dear, I don't...
Just shut up. You enslaved us for years. Let us hear stories about what you do. Told us we would lose everything if we stepped just one toe out of line. And we couldn't say a word about it because of these damn ribbons. But you know what? Now it's my turn to talk.
How are you?
I found Vivian's body. Did you kill her? Did he?
Sheriff, this is highly irregular.
Be quiet.
We need to establish some order here.
Vivian killed herself back at the pudding and pie.
I'm sorry, I don't think I...
Nerissa. My name is Nerissa.
It's okay, my dear. It's going to be
He
just...
ordered them dead. This fucker. Faith and Lily.
That's a lie.
I was in the goddamn room when he did it. Faith and Lily are dead because of you. The only two people who ever gave a damn about me. And now I can finally say, you're an asshole. And I hope you rot at the bottom of the witching well for what you did.
And this just confirms it.
He made Georgie do it. It was always him. Georgie would have never done anything without his say-so. Ever.
You're going to take the word of a
At
stupid...
least 5 other girls will back me up on this. We all heard you say it.
Did you now?
Looks like we found our evidence.
She saw it firsthand.
He's guilty.
Good enough for me?
Me too.
So that's it, right?
Calm down the witching well. No, that's too fucking easy for a crook like that.
What do you mean?
He's gotta pay for what he did.
Listen to yourselves!
You're all rats, fleeing from one sinking ship to the next. So quick to latch onto whatever will keep your miserable lives afloat. This is how you want to repay all I've done for you.
What, you take 2 people's lives away and now you want mercy?
You know we can't let you go free after this.
Wait!
You're done talking, crooked man. You had your chance.
Well done, man.
Now, for your sentence.
We don't have to become
What are
murderers.
you talking about?
He's guilty. I know that, but we don't have to kill anybody. We can imprison him, lock him up forever, somewhere he can never hurt anyone again.
How can we be sure he won't escape?
I can help. We'll use magic.
That's
I
not
assure
good
you.
enough.
Maybe
We'll
she
do
has
more
more
if he isn't stopped.
I don't care.
So we get rid of him.
We can send him
Everyone,
away.
listen up! Clearly, we're having trouble agreeing on a suitable punishment. So I think
This is going nowhere.
someone needs to make a decision. Who?
I hope you aren't suggesting yourself.
Why not? What about a
What
vote?
do you think this is?
Everyone, calm down.
We should have a vote. Make it democratic.
Do you really think that's going to work?
He's right. Nobody can agree on anything. What about Bigby? What about him? He was appointed. He's the only official representative, really. He should be the judge.
That makes sense to me. I guess it does. Okay.
Fine. Are you sure? This isn't how
It's what the people want this light.
Okay, Mr. Wolf, it's your call.
Snow.
Just do what you think is right.
Yes, Sheriff.
Lock him up. Represent out through him.
Teach him a
Don't
fucking
allow-
lesson.
No.
He has to
We can
die.
lock him
Just
away.
fucking get rid of him.
Not this way.
What? Come on! Is it too late? Throw him down the well.
There you are. I hope you all remember this moment. Think of me when you try to sleep. Finish it, Sheriff.
Please, we can still.
End it already.
Throw him
You
down the
know,
well.
just between us, I was gonna let you live. But now,
You're going to miss me.
no, I won't.
For Lily and Faith.
Yes, another one of us to erase from the books.
The north wind blows the Woodland Lecture Apartments Monday later.
Oh, hi. Sheriff Bigby. Great to see you. I don't know if you remember me.
I know who you are, Flycatcher. You worked at the Woodlands for how many years now?
I think I've lost count. Are you gonna come see the truck off? Leaving for the farm in a few. Thought you might want to. I don't know.
I'll be down in a minute.
Okay, great.
This fucking line.
Oh, Mr. Wolf, Flycatcher left his keys.
Can you talk?
Listen, Snow, can we talk? I wanted to...
I'm sorry, Sheriff. I have to take care of this. We'll talk later, okay?
Good morning, Miss White.
You're late.
I will catch you later. Have a great rest of me. Thank you, and I really appreciate that. Thanks for being here and supporting the stream. I hope you have a good day.
around here?
Morning, Sheriff. Nice fucking day. Shit. Just go grab that, would you? How are you, holding up? I know this isn't ideal for you. Just why the hell did she have to send me and my boy away, huh? You promised me I'd get another chance. But Miss White said I had to go up to the damn farm anyway. I told her I had the money, but she didn't want to hear it.
Wait, Sheriff Bigby, I have something.
You know, he was up crying all night, poor kid.
Can you give this to Miss White, please? Dad says there's no time to say goodbye, so if you could bring it to her, she was nice. So
Yeah, sure.
I couldn't take them all with me, and she said she liked that one the best. It's a willow beetle. That's a big one. They're cool, because when they're little, they have these pouches that squirt juice at you if you touch them.
I'm sure she'll love it.
She said it was pretty.
We're about ready to head out.
What's it like at the farm? I've heard ogres live there, and they eat people in their sleep sometimes.
God, I hope not.
Do we have to go? I want to stay here.
Well, we don't have a choice anymore. I'm sorry, TJ, but look on the bright side, okay? There's plenty of space to run around, and a nice river nearby, so you can swim all you want.
Even in daytime?
Yeah, you don't have to worry about the monkeys seeing you. It'll be nice. Come on, it won't be so bad.
Have you been there before?
No, I'm not. Some of the animals aren't comfortable around wolves, so you wouldn't know, would you?
We're all set.
Bye, Mr. Wolf.
Goodbye, TJ. Hey, Bigby! Where's your friend, Colin? Where's the fucking pig? How should I know?
Grandmaster Librarian. Unlock all books of Edith Interesting episode 5. Okay.
Saying goodbye?
Maybe so.
Hi,
Hi.
you're still wearing that thing.
Oh, yeah. I guess I am. It's not easy to forget. I know it seems like I should be able to. It's just...
Let me help.
Bigby, I know you're trying to help. But this is just something I need to do on my own, okay? Listen, I came here because I have to tell you something.
What is it?
It's about what happened to Faith and Lily. I'm not sure where to start. Faith, Lily, and I, we had this plan. We were going to find a way out. Leave the pudding and pie for good. But then Faith decided to get some leverage. She stole a picture of Crane and Lily together. The minute Faith stole that photo, we had dirt on one of the Crooked Man's allies. If he found out, I had no choice. You have to understand. You've seen how they kept us quiet in that place. Can you imagine the lengths they'd go just to silence someone who had physical evidence?
Marissa, what did you do?
I freaked out, okay? I thought if I came clean to Georgie, he'd get the Crooked Man to leave us alone. We could just forget the whole thing. Maybe try again in a few years.
You what?
So I told him everything. And I begged for mercy for all of us. I didn't want anyone to die over a picture.
You were just trying to protect them.
Yeah. Georgie promised he'd smooth things over with the Crooked Man. But then... Oh, God.
know what happened, but that night at the club, Georgie came back and told me things had changed. He had to make an example of us. We had committed treason. And while the two of us were sitting there, as he was telling me this, Faith walked in, and I had to watch while Georgie...
Wait, so Georgie told you all this? Not the crooked man? Back at the well, you said...
I know what I said.
But it wasn't the truth, was it?
What does it matter? I know the crooked man did it. So what if it wasn't the whole truth? It was true enough.
I guess, what's done is done.
I know he ordered their deaths. I wasn't going to let him get away with it because of a stupid technicality. Especially after... that night, after Faith. I tried to warn Lily, but she wasn't with her scheduled appointment. So I did the only thing I could do. I left Faith's head at your doorstep.
You?
I walked her over here, and I left her, just hoping that maybe if I couldn't save them, I could at least save the rest of us.
You were trying to get my attention. So you started all this.
I just pointed you in the right direction. People like us get forgotten all the time. The crooked man was counting on that. When we suffer, we do it in silence. And the world likes it that way. We just fade, like we never existed. I couldn't watch that happen to Faith or Lily. Nobody cares about us. Not really.
I'm sorry, Marissa. I'm sorry that's what it took to get me to pay attention.
It'll be different now. You'll make things right. Even Snow.
I don't know. It seems like no matter what I do, it's just not enough for anyone. I just can't win with these people.
I know it might feel that way, but they need you, Bigby. Both of you. You two make a good team. The way you look out for each other, and look out for us. You don't see that a lot these days.
I don't really know where we stand anymore. Things are just different.
Huh. Things are always different. Look, Bigby. After everything you've done for us, maybe they don't want to admit it, but without you, none of this would have happened. You listened when no one else would. You protected your friends, no matter the cost. And you brought justice to this town, finally. Because you brought the crooked man in, everyone saw who he really was. So from where I'm standing, you did the right thing. You've been given this job for a reason. And I left Faith at your doorstep because I knew if anyone stood a chance against the crooked man, it was you.
I hope I at least done some good here.
You've changed this place. For better or worse, Fabletown wouldn't be the same without you. You're not as bad as everyone says you are. I need to tell you something. I have to tell you something.
I feel like we've met before.
Trying to place me like Meriden? Do you like it?
Faith Warlock, too. What height are you? So she could escape his kingdom.
They used to call me Doberman.
Dr. Swiner